No, you can't hear me. I've been having a whole conversation myself. Guys, amazing day. Amazing day.
Amazing day, brother.
Yes, amazing day, bro. Sun shining, sun shining, sun shining. I was thinking about your event again there, Jay. I'm gonna post it back up again. And though I haven't bought my ticket yet, I will be buying my ticket. I haven't bought my ticket yet,
Yes,
but I will.
yes,
And
yes.
rising, beloved
Hurry up and
family.
Yes,
buy.
Grand Rising, sister. Go on, Jay, what you saying?
I said, hurry up and buy.
Yeah, I must. Bye.
Yeah, I had
For
some
sure.
good sparring yesterday, so tweaking them skills a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
So got
Well, we
some
need to
hard sparring next week, and I should find out hopefully during the week who I'm facing.
We need to do a little session, bro. I'd love to do a little move around with you, bro. Nothing too strenuous. You get me?
Yeah, that would
Just
be
a,
great.
just a little move. I'm gonna have to come down by you, or you're gonna have.
Yeah,
You wouldn't believe what I just see this morning. I just see Ashley, Anna. If you don't, sister, I just see Ashley. Obviously, sister, we know what I'm talking about. Just see Ash, man. Like, yeah, he's down here. It's quite interesting. Just saw Ash. It's got dreads now, man. Dreads are all long and all that. So how long I ain't seen some. I don't know why my camera's not working. Let me get my camera on. And it's
No,
not
it's
working.
not on.
I know, I'm trying to put it on, but it's like computer says no. It should have me up right now, but doesn't like it for a second. Let's do this. Oh, there you go. Hello. Yes. So I just come back from the gym, trying to start the week good, guys. I'm gonna be away for a week from Friday, which is over the holidays, but I will be away. But we'll be trying to keep communication going, but we'll be away. But let's get it in this week. Just make sure we know Huaguan and see if we can take some opportunities in the market. Now, last week, these markets started pushing up some more, etc. We're going to go and have a look at that and see what's been going on. So I'm going to go to GU. I'm going to we're going to wipe my chart and we're going to start again. Yeah, we are going to start again based upon looking at the market structure, looking at price actions, thinking what we think that the markets may do this week. I'm going to put a little background music going on just to set the tone because I'm feeling all nostalgic this week. All right. We're going to go like that. All right. And it should be background. If it's too loud, do let me know. But let's have a look at GU. All right. Let's go and zoom all the way out, guys. Now, I know you guys know the strategy inside and out, which I love. I know when you open up the charts, you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I know what's going on. I understand what's going on. I understand that the one thing I know is I don't, 100% know what these markets are going to go and do. So I manage my risk. I know you're thinking to yourself that this is a real opportunity for you to be able to learn something that's going to pay you either a passive income or a full-time income. All right. I know you're waiting for the day whereby if you haven't already had it, you start taking money out of these markets and start letting everybody know that the time that you've invested in this skill was worth its while. You know, guys, I see trading and I see my breakfast club like going to the gym. Because when you go to the gym, say for example, I know say Jason at the moment is in the gym. It's like as much as you want it to, you don't just go in the gym today and come out with muscles. You know, it'd be nice if you could just go in today. You could just move around, touch a couple weights, and you came out with all the muscles that you needed. The 6-pack was in place. The 8-pack was there. Biceps, back, chest, everything was there. But that's not what happens. What happens is you must turn up to the gym every single day. You must dedicate yourself to the gym. All right? If you really want to change your life, if you're coming from behind, which a lot of us are coming from behind, reading between the lines. Yeah, a lot of us are coming from behind. Yeah, and you may even start with a belly, and you may even start with bad eating habits. Okay, and if you think that you're gonna get muscles, you're gonna get beach ready, where you're walking around and looking like you're the Calvin Klein model or whoever model you want to look like. You need to know that you have to put in the hours, turn up every day to the gym, and like I said, if you are from behind, you've got to do all of the above. You've got to have a good diet. You've got to dedicate yourself to doing certain things. You've got to put in the shifts, right? It's the exact same thing here. There's no difference, all right? So when anybody tells you I tried that trading thing, I didn't make no money instead. That's like you said you went to the gym and you didn't leave with no muscles. Like, I'm not going back there. I'm gonna go back and eat McDonald's. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. It's funny. I heard people say that to me before. Like they say, yeah. I say, yeah. I trade in that. They go, oh yeah, I tried that, man. I lost bare money in Bitcoin, man. Yeah, that's dead. I'm just looking at them like, what was you expecting? Like, what was you expecting? And what do you think everybody else is doing? Everybody's just turning up to this trading thing and then leaving a billionaire. No, it's about dedication. That's why I'm about quality, not quantity. Because the people that are here regularly, are regular soldiers that come in here and they reach out to me in the day and do certain things. That's like, the people that, like my little boy plays football. And I'm always talking with the boys, and you know how many boys in the world want to play football and how many actually make it? We was all watching the football over the weekend and says, you know how many kids actually make it? The percentage is ridiculous. It's like 0.04% or something mad like that of kids actually make it premiership to like professional level. Yeah. And those ones that make it, they have to want it. They don't get there by accident. They've got to want it. They might even need some other stuff. Some other things might have to be in play, luck and being at the right time, at the right place in the right time. And, somebody broke their leg and gave them their opportunity. Maybe even other things was in there as well as the fact they wanted it. Yeah. And that's not necessarily just about natural ability, which is one thing which is quite interesting to myself. It's not just about natural ability, because there are many Premiership footballers that weren't necessarily, the most able. That wasn't the ones that were doing 500 step overs and this and that and the other. And it was like, oh my gosh, look at this guy. He's Kid Ronaldo. Yeah. A lot of people just had the right character, had the right attitude, applied themselves, and they wanted it badly. They turned up every day. They even turned up in the days in between the days they were supposed to turn up. Kept practicing their passing, practicing their control. Yeah, they wanted it. So the question you need to ask yourself is that simple. Is that, do you really want to learn this thing? Or is it like, yeah, if you really want to learn this thing, you will learn it. If you really want to make money from this market, you will. And it's going to come through pain. Just like going to the gym comes through pain. It's going to come through time. It's going to come through putting in the hours. But you will get there. And when you get there, everyone's going to be looking at you going, rah, bro, you're lucky. You know what I mean? You could do this trading thing and you just made 10 grand out of the markets and this, that, and other. But you're going to be like, lucky? What are you talking about? Not lucky. There's no luck out here. I made my own luck by turning up every single day. How are you going to make your luck if you just turned up once? Like, what is that? It's impossible. Like, if you want to win the lottery, it's a bit of a weird example, but if you want to win the lottery, you've got to play every week. I'm not too sure about buying 20 tickets. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't quite improve your odds, all right? By you buying 20 tickets, yeah? But you have to buy one ticket.
You have to be in it to win it.
You have to be in it to win it. If you're not buying one ticket, how are you going to ever win? And if you're not saying to yourself, you know what, I've done the math on it, I'm just going to buy one ticket a week. It's £2 or something like that. I'm giving myself a chance of winning this. I'm turning up every single day. It's a funny example, but the point is that, guys, you have to be present. You have to be here. You have to understand that if you want more than the average, you've got to do more than the average. So the average man's woken up this morning, or the average woman's woken up this morning, and what have they done? We could probably put it in a basket of things that they've done. And more than likely, it's probably going to cover 80% of people. Yeah, that might have been waking up. That might have been breakfast, brushing your teeth, shower, getting dressed, public transport, on their way to work. Maybe taking the kids to school. Yeah, have I missed out anything? That covers about 80% of people, right? I think so. Yeah, maybe there's a percentage of people now that meditate in the morning. Maybe there's a percentage of people in the morning that go outside and ground themselves and put their toes in the grass. Maybe there's a percentage of people that pray. Maybe there's a percentage of people that go to the gym. Maybe there's a percentage of people that eat something healthy or don't eat anything because they're in a fasted state and they're fasting. You know, maybe there's a percentage of people that wake up and do something nice, say something nice to their spouse, or, do something out of the ordinary, wake up with an energy. That's a lot smaller percentage than there's other 80% of people that just wake up, brush your teeth, shower, boom, a little breakfast TV, out the door, on the public transport, every single day. Doing the average meaning the norm, every single day. Why are they, no disrespect, gonna get something that is outside of the norm by doing the norm every single day? Somebody make it make sense to me. And I'm not trying to say the norm is not fine. If you want the norm, that's fine. Do the norm. If you want the average, do the average. But if you want more than the average, you have to do more than the average. Whether that's waking up earlier, whether that's getting involved in a breakfast club, whether that's getting involved in a networking club, whether that's going and doing something outside of the norm. Everybody else is going to do X and you do Y. You're doing meditation when everybody else wants to go and do pump class. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, not to say there's anything wrong with pump class. That's outside the norm as well for people that do in the gym. But I'm just saying, you have to do more than the average if you want more than the average, or else you will get the average. Don't moan. Your car doesn't have leather seats, cool, because that's an average car. Your house don't go up to the left and to the right when you walk up the stairs, that's fine, because it's an average house. Your clothes isn't necessarily made from the finest materials and they're fading in the wash or doing something else, that's because they're average clothes. That's fine. But if you want more, you must do more. So the simple thing you got to say, guys, it's Monday motivation, that's why I'm going on a little bit extra, but the simple thing you have to say is to yourself, is ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, are you doing, if you want more than that is, are you doing more than the average? That's all you got to ask yourself. And if you can't genuinely look at yourself in the mirror and say, of course I am, well then that's fine. But just know what trajectory you're on to achieve it. And it might sound tough. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there with single moms, got multiple kids, and there's dads that are having to do the most and do that because they got multiple kids or whatever it may be, or yes, there's people that have their own stresses and their own trauma and things they're dealing with. But let me tell you something, which is a bit sad, it's a bit cruel, but you ready for it? The world does not care. The world does not care that you're the star of your own movie, and unfortunately at the moment your movie's a horror story or your movie's dramatic. The world does not, it's unfair. The world is unfair. Let's just keep it true. There's somebody out there who hasn't had to deal with what you had to deal with. But you know what? If it was the case of those points, maybe the next life, you build up the points. Yeah, you build up a little loyalty card system, and you're gonna go there like, right, look at the pain I went through. Yeah, look at all of these pain points I got. You see all these pain points means I gotta go sit over there in the front row, fam, because I got all of these pain points from my last life. But you see, in this life, no one don't care. No one cares. So whilst you're here, you have to take it. You have to take what you want. Yeah? You have to go out there with two hands and sometimes it's difficult, guys. It's easy for me to say it. And now we know sometimes we get lazy. Sometimes we don't, go and do the things we need to do, but you have to be conscious of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like the gym. Everyone's not in the gym every single day. Everybody's not eating healthy every single day. But the question is the real problem is people that are not even conscious of the fact that they haven't done no physical exercise in the last how many years. They're not even conscious with the fact that this week they've eaten horribly. They're not even conscious of the relationships or lack of relationships that they have with other people. They're not even conscious of their face. You see certain people got face. Their face in the morning is just, it's got too much pain in there, too much evil, too much stress of the day. They're not even conscious that their face looks like that. Where in the morning you could just smile at somebody, say good morning, and everything feels better. Everything feels amazing. I walk past another villager and I just go, respect my brother. And he smiles, he goes, yes, respect. Opposed to me and him just screwing each other on some, I've got the ugliest face on the street. Can you get an uglier face than me? Not even being conscious of it is the problem. Yeah? If you're not conscious of the fact that you live in and you're X amount of ages old and you don't have no understanding of finance, you don't understand that even when the money comes, where you're going to invest. You don't understand how maybe you're going to be able to get a better job or earn more or teach your kids how to do better than you. If you're not even conscious of that to say, I'm going to take a course, or I'm going to make sure I push my kid in this direction, or I'm going to, put some money aside here. If you're not even conscious of it, it's not to say that you're not necessarily doing it, because there is lots of circumstances that maybe you're not doing it. Maybe you've just learned this information now. Maybe you're new to this. Only the last couple of years you've got into finance, etc., and understanding certain things. But if you're not even conscious of it, you don't even know. That's a sad place to be. Guys, good morning. Let's get ready. Let's get into it. This is GBP USD. We're looking at it from a higher time frame. The higher time frame is this market is making lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs. And at the moment, we're trading within this little blue box. And I've drawn 3 little boxes here just to show, that premium area, which is going to be red. Okay. And the discounted area over here, which is going to be green. okay? And the middle area, which is that blue area, is kind of like, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like the middle of, now, in my opinion, this isn't necessarily a sideways range. I'm just identifying the market trading between here and here. Now, I think this market is ultimately, like I said, indicated where it wants to go by breaking structure, corrected, a deep correction all the way up into these levels, a deep correction past the 50%, way up into maybe that's at the 718. What do I mean by that? I mean, this is my Fibonacci retracement tool. I take it from the top all the way down to the impulse. And if you can see where the market's gone back up to, look at these numbers here on the side. You can see that this has come all the way up to the, to the 786, or I think I said 718. I'm going mad. 786, okay? So between the 618 and the 786 is something that we call the golden zone, and the market pushed all the way up into there. So I think this was an indication, this is correction, and then ultimately I want to see this market continuing, which it has broken structure here. Have a look at this minor structure now. Yeah, broke that structure, smash, corrected back up into here, and I'd like to see this market start going down here. But this is the weekly chart. It is a very, very big time frame. Let's drop down to our daily, have a look. So the daily, what we've just said is this market is come up here and essentially, remember what we said on the larger time frame on the weekly, that we've indicated, corrected, and we're continuing. So understand that on the weekly, if I was to write it down, we are in continuation phase. Let me write that down so we can remember our Russian doll. Yeah, on the weekly, all right, we are in continuation. All right, or even better still, bearish. Oh, bearish continuation. Okay. Now, if we go to our daily time frame, we can see in that bearish continuation, the market has broken some structure below here, indicated, because look, ultimately, if I was to go on a smaller time frame in here, the market was going sideways. Have a look. Let's make a nice little sideways level in here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of the border, so I don't want to see it. I'm just going to make the background like a, whoops, we're done. We're done. Well, let's draw it again. I made it disappear somehow. All right, so let's go in here, double click it. I'm going to make the background on, make it yellow. So the market was in here, then we had to grab a liquidity, and then it started pushing down here. So remember, on a weekly, we're in a bearish continuation, all right? And ultimately, the markets come and indicated, corrected up here. So ultimately, I'm going to say on the daily, all right, have a look. On the daily, we're having a bullish correction because we haven't quite started turning around yet on the daily. Because look, the market indicated out here, and it's pushed all the way back up into this level here, which is ultimately at the moment about 50% approximately of this range. Yeah, approximately 50% we are at the moment. I'd like to see it turning around now. You feel me? So understand the bigger picture. Bigger picture, we're in a bearish correction because we've indicated breaking this structure. All right, indicated, corrected. Then we've actually, boom, broken structure here, indication, correction. All right. In fact, let me correct what I've said. So we're not in the continuation yet. All right. We're still in the correction phase. Oh, oops, I'm going to change that. I apologize. All right. Indication, so indication, correction, correction. We have broken, but we haven't fully continued yet. So I'm going to put we're still in the correction phase. All right. So I'm going to change this. Apologies for that. All right. Why do I say that? Because look, this is the structure we've indicated, we've corrected, and yes, we've broken a structure here, which is showing us that we might be getting into continuation, but we haven't closed down below for me to say definitively this market is corrected. It might decide it wants to keep going up here. All right. So we are just still in this correction phase. I think it's better if I start putting in some lines in here. We're still in this corrective phase. All right, I can't label it. Great. This corrective phase here. All right. So on the daily, even in this corrective phase, the market came up here, started going sideways. And on the daily, it indicated, when I drop it down here, we can see this indication. We're still in this corrective phase up in here. Now, right here, I'd like to see this market not go past this 50% level of this consolidation and start breaking down here. That's what I'd like to see. So on the daily, we're over here. Now, we have got quite deep in here. Obviously, how we're going to draw the range is general. I want to see the market turning around right here. I'm not going to lie to you. So when I'm going to put in some lines, have a look at my lines. I can put in a line like this, ignore the white arrow. I'm going to make this a different color because I know we're getting quite confusing now. So I'm going to do this. I'm also going to get rid of that Fibonacci. We don't need that there. Try and clean it up so we can see better. I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff. Bless me. All right. Going to get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Just so to make it a little bit cleaner so we can see what's going on. And I'm also going to put in a top end. Like so. Oh. Yeah, a top end like this. So I'd like to see this market turning around. Look, because if it turns around here at the top end, that's in a premium. And I'd like to see it start breaking down here and breaking outside of the yellow box. Let's go down to our 4 hour and see what that little impulse looks like. Okay, that little impulse looks like this at the moment. Have a look. This would be me touching some lines here, which I'm going to touch and make it white. But I'm going to touch these ones also here, like so. And I'm going to make these ones, or this one, green, all right? And I'm going to put a top end like this. This is the range is trading up within, all right? So the market might push up a little bit more, maybe, because obviously, well, look, let's just do this like this, around this area. I'm looking right here in this area. Is this market going to indicate, correct, continue bearish? That's on a 4 hour. Just drop down some more. Go to our 1 hour. On our 1 hour, we can see that this market here was pushing up here bullishly. I could draw a range in here. Then it corrected down here. I could draw a range in this little range in here. Then we can see a big impulse push up into here and then some sideways action. So have a look. See how we're breaking this down? We're only on the hour. We can go down further, 15 minute, 5 minute, but we're breaking it all down. Does everybody see that and are clear and can understand how I'm breaking this chart down? Like we do it so often in the morning. Are you following me? Is everyone following me?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Anybody else not following me? Maybe it's a better question. Anyone not following me? This is totally confusing. And say, yeah, if it is. There's no shame in it. Okay. The market has been down here. If we was drawing the range, I would have been able to draw this little range here, but it's unnecessary. And then we draw this little range here, correction. Look, I'll show you. This little range in here should be correction. Let me make it, I don't know why. Okay. This has been a correction. And then we've seen this impulse, boom, up here, breaking, not even breaking, not even closing above this structure, wicking above it, they're going sideways. So like I said to you, around this area, this big old yellow box, which is a bit bigger now because I've zoomed in a bit because it hasn't changed size with the zoom. It's still massive. But let me just make it a bit smaller. I'd like to see in and around this area, around the top edge of that yellow dashed line, yeah, and potentially the top end of that green, if it decides to push up, I really would like to see that this market breaking some structure bearishly. When that happens, I don't know. When that happens, I don't know, because this market could decide it wants to push up a little bit more from here, because we're in the bottom of this green range, but we're in the top of the yellow range. Understand what I just said. If you don't understand, look at the green range. We're at the bottom of this green range, which is discount. But we're coming to near the top of this bigger Russian doll, which is this yellow range. What I'll do is make it slightly thicker. Yeah, I'll define the thickness by the size of the dots. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I'm trying to define the thickness. Pause. Let's go there. Let's do this. Yeah. So you can see this is a smaller range in here, this green range, and we're at the bottom. So the market might decide it wants to push up further in here. Who knows? It's Monday. I don't know what wants to happen. But we're near the top. When I say near the top, I might have drawn this line slightly wrong, and this line should really be down here. Because this is just a guide. This yellow line's a guide. Look where the other data point is here. Maybe this line should be down here now. I've zoomed in. It's a guide. Let me try and look at it better. Yeah, we've had a little bit of a wick scenario happening in there. But the general energy, yeah, maybe that line is better there. So like I said, right about now, look at it on a smaller time frame now. Have a look. That market's trading within that little blue, that little blue box. And guys, what you can do as well, see when you draw your lines, so you don't make that mistake that I've just done, you can lock your lines. I don't ever lock them because I'm always just teaching and drawing them quickly, but you can lock them so that they don't move by accident. right? You just right click on it and click the lock. See this? Lock, padlock symbol. Now have a look on a smaller time frame, 15-minute. Now it looks a lot clearer. Look at that sideways action, how clear that is. Look at how clear that sideways action is. Yeah, from Friday, from like, 3, 4 o'clock, the market was just going sideways in here. And even now with this energy down here, hasn't really closed below. Maybe if we're taking into consideration, we're saying Awanda's candles are correct. Maybe we've had a little closure here, maybe. Yeah. So that could be, if we're taking into consideration Awanda's candles on the 50-minute time frame, an indication. This could be correction stuff. So therefore, I'm going to pop an alert here. I'm potentially waiting for an alert to happen over here for me to even consider that this market's coming down here. But I'm still concerned about this smaller green Russian doll. It might just come down here, close this imbalance. See it in here? Let me draw it in there, close this imbalance and decide it wants to go in the opposite direction. The safest thing to do is to be able to take this trade when it's broken outside of that green range. That's the safest thing to do. This might not give you the best entry, as in when this market here is broken outside of this green line. So it's no longer respecting that demand, that discounted zone. It's going down further. If I was to take this trade as it closes just here, I'm running the risk that I just wanted to close this imbalance, boom, and then keep going up. I am. So therefore, if I did get in this trade, I'd be protecting myself, making it risk-free as soon as possible. So go on a 5-minute time frame. So on a 5-minute time frame, let's have a look here closely. We did kind of push over here. It isn't a 5-minute close. Isn't a clean 5-minute close, in my opinion, because there is this wick here. So this particular move, if I was getting in it, I would be waiting for a 15, because look at this 15-minute close is outside of there. I would be waiting for a 15-minute close. So I'm interested in 9:15, 9:30. Now, unless I start seeing a 5-minute close, nice and clean, and then I start considering that 5-minute close. At the moment, it's only a 15-minute marker that has shown me a break outside of this little consolidation, which is this candle closing here. So though this market might start doing a hanky-panky and do whatever it wants to do afterwards, ideally I'd like to see a 9:15 close there, unless I drop to my 5 minutes, I can see some nice 5-minute closures below all of this wick stuff. You see the wicks? I don't respect the wicks. The wicks are like you went somewhere and someone pushed you back. They sent you back home. That's what the wicks are. Because remember, this wick means, understand what it means as a candle, the journey of a candle. This was a big red candle all the way down here, a big solid red candle. And the bias said, where are you going? And pushed it all the way back up here so that it closed on a 5-minute time frame up here. This green candle was a big red candle at one point, pushing all the way down here. And the demand, the buyers pushed it all the way back up here, said, go about your business. So that means there's still enough orders in here to fight back against sellers trying to push it out here. Is somebody understanding me? Is somebody getting what I'm saying? Yeah, in regards to looking at candles, understanding the journey of a candle. I want somebody to say that.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying to you, how you're developing the complexities of understanding something. Before they were just candles, but now these candles tell a story. They're saying something to me. They're saying that there is some effort to get down here, but at the moment, it's not winning that journey around this price point. Around this price point, there's some pushback of people saying, no way, I'm buying at this price, I'm buying at this price, I'm buying at this price. And then some of the guys go, no, let's sell here. I'm gonna sell here. I think this is a good price to sell at. I'm gonna say, no, I'm buying. And this is why these candles look like this. So when I get a close down here, you know what it means? It means there is no pushback. It means that the market bust into a room and nobody's told it to leave. It took off its shoes and sat down in that price point. So man's like going, okay, there's no defenses there. But on that basis, I think that this market could keep going here. That's what the candles say to us on a smaller time frame. Yeah, or on any time frame. That's what these candles are saying to us. When I go into these 15 minutes, I'm seeing all of this. Yes, I've got a slight close here, but I don't really like the fact that afterwards we just like how wicky it was. This is a close below here. So therefore, on a 15-minute time frame, once this market doesn't come and break the 15-minute structure, so maybe, in my opinion, it's not very clean, back up around this level. Whoops. To be fair, I don't want it back up there anyway, because that's going to be 50% past past 50% of the consolidation. Once it doesn't come back up in here, and in a 50-minute time frame, you get this, you could potentially say you're going to take that trade with your stop either aggressively above here or above these highs. You could do. But like I said, the concern is this imbalance that this market just wants to push in here, close the imbalance, and then stay within that green range and start pushing in that direction. How do I know what it's going to do? I don't know. I either don't take the trade until it breaks outside of here and then does something, because now it's gone past this level here. It's broken. It's doing something else. It's broken outside the trend. Yeah. Or if I do get into this trade, I protect myself very quickly as soon as possible, just in case this market taps this green line, decides to start coming up here and pushing up. And if I do start seeing it breaking up here, breaking some sort of 5-minute structure, or if you're wicked and bad, smaller structure, what do I mean by that? I mean, because I read and react, if this market starts to come down here, and then we see it tap in here and then start breaking structure doing this, I can cut my losses because I'm going to be risk-free anyway. I've made no money, and I could get in for the buy because it's looking like it's respected this bottom end and it's breaking structure. And then we may very well, especially Monday, see this market doing that because it wants to push up to the top of this green range up into these levels. Yeah, maybe this line is in the wrong place, or maybe it just wants to come back and get back above this consolidation, capture some more liquidity, and then go back. Who knows? But that's how we read and react to the market. Yeah, because on a small time frame, and a daily time frame, there is more volatility, more movement in the market in regards to how it may move in direction, bullish and bearish, than if it was.
That was like a movie, fam. What
Yo, Chief. Oh,
I'm about to shower, fam. Imagine I came out there with more energy. Oh,
what do you mean? Yeah, we said something wild. All right, but yeah, so on that basis, that's what's going on, guys. All right, so we're watching this, and I'm gonna pop an alert in here, an alert crossing down below. I'm also gonna pop an alert at 50% of this consolidation. All right, and I'm gonna pop an alert above. All right, I'm gonna pop an alert above these levels. Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna pop an alert above these levels here, and that's me done. That's me done with what I want to do here now on a 5-minute time frame. Looking at this, like I said, I don't really love all of this wick stuff on the 5-minute, especially this wick came in here, and then this next candle didn't close below this wick ever so slightly. It's just too tight in here. Because if I look at a different pair, what do I mean by that? I mean GBP USD, but not with Awanda. This may look very different. And let's test out my theory. Just duplicate it. Because remember, Awanda's like a broker. It's like a bank. Your bank gets its rate from the Bank of England, and then it adds on whatever source it wants to add. So it's slightly different. It's a slightly different rate with all different banks. That's why you can go and get one savings account with this rate over here and something. But they all get their rate from somewhere. They're middlemen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they are middlemen. Yeah. So if I was to go over here for argument's sake, and you see here, this is, I don't know, ICE, GBP USD, ICE, and I go to the 5-minute time frame, look, automatically, look how these candles look different. Even if I have to split this 50-50 so you can see it. There's my little 50-50 thing. Where is it? Here it is, look. If I was to split this 50-50, on one side have ICE, on the other side have Awanda. Look, they're both on a 5-minute time frame. Look how different the candles look. I can see differences in the candles. Yeah, I can see these candles are like look for argument's sake here, right? We've got this red candle here. So this red push up here is this red push here. Then we get one candle in here. Then we get 2 candles in here. But this one is showing us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles. In here, we've got a red candle. We've got a doji in the middle. There's some differences. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're a man who's looking at candles like that, look at this, the same candle I'm talking about here, how it looks here compared to how it looks here. There are differences. These don't look the same, but they should be the same. But they look slightly different. Even the prices, look. This side here is saying 12694.5. Look at the prices. Let's look at them for yourself because I can't say it quick enough. But they're different. You know, they're at slightly different prices. The same, but different. Yeah? Like this one's like, you know, 0.4 off, 0.3 off, 0.5 off. Yeah? Of that last digit. Look at that last digit. Or those last couple digits. It's the same 5, 4. There's differences. Yeah? So this is why I don't want things that are so tight that it's like I'm like forcing it. Like I'm trying to be like, yeah, it looks like it's just about a little millimeter below. Millimeter below with Owanda. It's not millimeter below with anybody else. Yeah. But when it's a clear break, Owanda, like, it's not going to be that difference is not going to be that is not going to be that variance. It's not going to be that great. All right. So I'm waiting here. Like I said, wait for a 15-minute close here at maybe, well, now it didn't happen now, 9:15 to maybe 9:30. Or I'm going to be waiting to see what happens if there's a smaller closure, indication, continuation, correction, continuation. All right. So let's go and have a look at another pair real quick, quick. Is there any particular pairs anyone else wants to look at? We'll look at Euro JPY. All right, let's look at Euro JPY. All right, let's zoom all the way out to understand what's going on with Euro JPY. We're going to hit our reset button if we want. There's a reset button here. Resets those charts. Zoom out. Now, with Euro JPY, I'm not going to bother going starting all the way again. But on a much bigger time frame, I drew this red box to say that this market has been trading between here and here. And at the moment, we're at all-time highs, and we've even bust those highs. Have a look. If I go to our weekly, we can see how that market's pushed up above those highs. Let me see how I've drawn it. Make sure I've drawn it as accurately as possible on that previous high, and that box hasn't moved. Yeah, it's quite accurate. It's quite accurate, okay? But we've got this little push, this little above there. Let's go to my daily, have a look. See? We've got a little push above there. That's brand new highs over here. This red wick for EJ pushed up here. Nam, run in the opposite direction, and then respected the blue range that we drew. Look, this is why we draw these trend line ranges. Yeah, look at how we've drawn this range based upon it touching data points down here. Because I could even extend that blue line. That blue line was drawn based upon data points from this angle. That then touched here, that then touched here, that then touched here, that then went and wicked amid all-time highs and came back down and then touched here. Is that a coinky-dink? If that's a coincidence that's only ever happened here, then forget it. Forget what I'm teaching you. But if it's not a coincidence and you've seen it multiple times, then therefore, where should you be trying to buy this market? I'd be trying to buy from here, or here. I'm not going to be trying to buy up here. Do you get what I'm saying? Just by drawing in a trend line and understanding the overall market structure. Because you're not going to be taking daily trades. No, you're not, more than likely. But if you understand that we're down here at this daily discounted level, you're going to be looking for buys on a smaller time frame. You feel me? So right now we're up here. We're still in this bullish energy. But right here, do I want to buy up here? No, I don't. Not until I see something else happen. Not until maybe this does this. Breaks outside of that blue range, does this, and then does that. And I'm like, okay, this thing's trying to accelerate. Because now when I draw the new range, for example, this white range, now we'd be down here, and of that range, we're in a discount. So there again, there's my green flag again to say I'm going to start buying the market because I'm down here, I'm in a discount. But right now, I'm within this blue range, and I'm in a premium. Ultimately, I want to see that market turning around, but it hasn't given me any indication on a daily that it's ready to turn around. Go to my 4-hour time frame. Have a look at the 4-hour. The market, grabbed liquidity, came back down, respected our trend, our range, and then we started to push all the way back up in here, breaking these subtle highs, but not this swing high level over here. And the question that I'm asking myself, if I remove this, is this market going to continue trading up within that wide range? Or is it going to start to be breaking some structures? At the moment, everything is bullish. Tapped in the bottom of this range, pushed up in here, and now we're making equal highs over here. We're doing equal highs. So at the moment, I'm not in a position where I want to be necessarily buying this, especially if not from the middle of the range, of a smaller range, and not in the top of a larger range. So for me, I'm going to be watching this market. I'm not in a hurry to start trading. If I go to my 1 hour, let's have a look on the 1 hour. I'm not in a hurry to start trading from the middle of this range here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense why I'm thinking to myself, we're at the top of a range, but the market hasn't actually started breaking to show me wants to get bearish? But on a smaller range, we're actually in the middle of that range. We're so in the middle of a range, which we don't like doing anything. At the top of the range, which ultimately we want to be selling, but the market hasn't showed us yet that it's ready to sell. So how can I be like eager, keen to say I know what I'm going to do and I want to start hitting the button? I don't. I can pop some alerts in here just to alert me to see if it starts breaking structure below or it starts breaking structure above, but it's not ready. It's not ready. It's not like, yeah, this is ready for me to trade. And that's what happens. Yeah, let's have a look at another pair real quick. Anybody got a pair they want me to look at? I'm going to look at a random pair, GBP NZD. Yeah, GBP NZD, all right? The Great British Pound against the New Zealand dollar. And also, we're going to have a quick glimpse, because time is running on, at news. What's happening today? Now, it is Monday, all right? And no red folder news today. Everything orange, all right? Nothing too impactful. Maybe a calm day of trading, but then again, there are lots of speeches. Maybe Bank of England's going to say something nuts. Maybe the Fed's going to say something crazy that even though it's marked as an orange folder news, it might have a high impact, okay? But remember, there's news every day, all right? There's news every day, so we can't let that hold us back from trading. Oh, there's news today. There's news every day, all right? So let's have a look at GBP NZD. Let's wipe the charts. Let's go on a higher time frame and see what, okay? So as soon as I zoom out, I start getting an understanding of this market. The understanding of this market is this market has been making some lower the lows, okay? Lower the lows and lower the highs. Look, come from up here. I was doing something from over here, who knows? I mean, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We're in a premium at the moment. We're in a premium. So the first thing I'm thinking to myself is there any sell opportunities? No, that I can't just let me drawing these lines dictate what I'm going to do in me. Like I can't just hit the button now. But you know, it's a bias now. I'm thinking to myself, in the premium, yeah. As I knuckle down to my daily time frame to see what I want, and I'm seeing that on a smaller range now because we can get more accurate how this market was from down here. You know, pushing up. Just make some lines. Yeah, let's make some lines. Here's my orange lines. If I want to put a top end in, I can do. Here's my orange lines. Market was trading within here. If I want to put a smaller line in there for how the range is narrowing up, when it got closer to that white line, let me make it thicker so you know which one's the bigger Russian doll. When it get closer to that white line, we're seeing some narrowing up of the range in here. And actually, when we just drop our time frame, get a bit smaller, we can see some consolidation. Yeah, we can see that market going sideways. All right. In here, yeah, in this range in here, between here and here, we can see some consolidation, meaning that if I stop extending that, do that, you can see the market was going sideways, and the market, before it started its journey, what did it do? If you're watching this and watching the charts, before this market started its journey bearish, what did we see it do?
Come and take the liquidity.
That's exactly what it did. Congratulations, well done. Nam, 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 nam. Yeah? Yeah? And we could have been, if we were standing there, we would have been waiting to see whether we got an indication, correction, and continuation. But as soon as we didn't get a continuation, we're like, okay, this is a liquidity grab. And then we're looking for entries on a smaller time frame to get in for this sell. And we would have got in for this sell, and we'd have rode it all the way down here. The market would have broken outside of this range that it was previously trading within. Yeah, give us some little indicator, however way you see on a smaller time frame indication, correction, continuation, or on a bigger time frame indication, correction, continuation, we'd have been in on this chain. So right about now, on a smaller time frame, on a 4 hour, it's looking like potentially, all right, not for definite, but potentially, that this market is turning around and saying, you know what, I'm feeling it. I think I want to go down. Yeah. And even if we do this range in, draw this range in where it's touched here and touched here, based upon what this market's doing on a smaller time frame, maybe once again, we're in a premium. Yeah, maybe, baby. Well, we can see here the market is going sideways, but we're ultimately, let's say, for example, in here, the market came down in here and it's been kind of going sideways in here. But ultimately, we're in a premium potentially of this blue range. So I'll be watching this right now, seeing whether we get another little nam, 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 maybe a liquidity grab or maybe not. Okay. to see whether or not there's an opportunity for me to get in. Let's drop to our 15-minute time frame. On a 15-minute time frame, have a look at it. It looks a little bit clearer now. How you can see that sideways action. I can see the sideways action. You should be able to see it also. Okay. And the market's at the top of this range. I'm maybe going to grab some liquidity, maybe going to close some imbalance up here first. All right. But either way, I'll be watching it on a 50-minute time frame or smaller. And I'm waiting to see, are we going to get an indication, correction, continuation? Is market deciding to just completely ignore what I'm saying? Or are we going to just grab this liquidity and then start pretending that we're coming down, or coming down, correcting, pretending that we're going to continue, and then really we're going to keep falling down here? So on a 5-minute time frame, have a look. What am I going to do? Draw some lines. Yeah, I'm going to draw some lines. You see, imagine drawing some lines could change your life. Make you go buy the Porsche. God, there's a new Porsche I like, man. It's called a Porsche 911 LT. Ooh, my God. All right. It looks all right. Okay. It looks all right. Yeah. And if he can have it, why can't I? Let me say that one more time. If he can have it or she can have it, why can't I?
Big
All right.
energy.
Okay. See it? All right. So this market is here right now. We've been pushing up in this little range here. Can you see I've touched the data points here, 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 and then I've just taken our parallel line and it coincidentally touched this highest point. Coincidentally touched this highest point. Wow, what a coincidence. So right now, look, I'm right at the top. I'm in a premium for premium for premium. All right. I am liking if this market shows me something to start breaking down. On a 5-minute time frame, structurally, we're looking here. Structure, minor structure in here, some more structure, some more structure. Yeah. On a smaller time frame, obviously, we can get a bit smaller than that, but I'm really waiting to see now what this market's going to do here. On a smaller time frame, I can draw the range of this impulse I'm going to do. I'm going to drop to my 1-minute time frame. I'm going to do it. All right. Because I'm feeling wicked and bad this morning. Energy, the sun's beating down on my side of my face. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling like to say that I can do anything. You understand? Yeah. That anything is possible. Everything is possible. So I'm drawing in this little range in here. This market's been pushing up within this range. We've seen a little push up here. And have a look at it on a 1-minute time frame. Maybe that's our indication right now on a 1-minute time frame, breaking this minor structure in here. Maybe. All right. Maybe we're going to get a nice correction in here and a continuation down here. I am on a very small time frame, but I'm just feeling wicked and bad. I'm feeling like I've got the energy. So therefore, when I'm feeling like that, all I need to worry about is managing my risk, making sure that if I am incorrect, that I am not going to blow my account. I am not going to take more risk than I can afford. All right. Do you feel me? Sometimes we go out and we just get carried away. The man them are busted buying bottles. You start buying bottles. But what you don't realize is the bottles that you just bought was the parking tickets that you need to pay. Yeah. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I just bought bottles. Or furthermore, when you get home after you bought your bottles, you look down at your trainers and your trainers are still leaning to the side and you thought, right, did I just buy £180 bottle of drink that I had about 2 sips out of, and my trainers are leaning to the side? Or little man's trainers are leaning to the side. Even worse, little man's trainers are talking and you're buying £180 bottles of drink. Yeah. We don't want to over leverage. We don't want to risk more than we can afford. Yeah. We want to be in a position whereby all risk is managed. You get me? We're managing our risk. No one can't trick you out of your position. Say to your man, then you go buy the bottles. I want a 1 Disaronno, 1 Coke. I'm easy. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Yeah? You man are buying £180 bottles and the off license across the road and they're shutting them for 25. I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right. I don't need to drink. I don't drink on a normal day, so I don't need to be in a club here doing the most. Sounds easy, yeah, but I'm telling you, so a lot of us get got like that because somehow we believe it makes us feel good. Somehow we believe it makes us feel more than we are. That's a fugazi. The only person that benefits is the bar and the club. So they bring you sparklers. They bring you sparklers to make you feel like you're achieving something. Like, sparklers, sorry. What do you mean? Don't tell everybody that I bought a bottle of drink. What the hell? I mean, world's mad. All right, so either way, we're here. Make sure you're managing your risk. You're using your cashback Forex. You're going in your position size calculator. Yeah? Make sure that whatever pair you are trading, Euro JPY for argument's sake, Euro JPY. Is that Euro JPY? No, it's not UFG. I'm mad. It's GBP NZD, yeah? GBP NZD. I'm gonna put it as a favorite. Yeah, boom. Make sure it's in there. Make sure you got your account size. Make sure you know how much you're risking, and then therefore you will know what your lot size is. Okay, so therefore, if it's a pair you've never traded, you do the math. We've seen an indication here. We've seen this wick push up. Remember, it's on a small time frame. We have seen a little bit of a wick come in here and push 50% into this imbalance in here. Have a look. It's quite hard to see, but this wick is pushed up about. But doesn't matter whether we're not too sure or not, because what we're waiting for is a closure. If we're thinking that this is the correction, because it's come down to the bottom of the range now. So if anything, if I'm wrong, this is going to touch the bottom of this blue line and then keep coming up here and break this structure. Because it's going to be pushing up to this more of this blue line. But if it doesn't and comes and closes down below here, yippee-ki-yay, I'm going to try and get in that trade. And I know that we are slightly in the middle of the range here, I know, but based upon the other confluence of us being at the top of the top of the top and me thinking to myself, maybe we're going to turn around now, this is still a good entry. And remember, I'm going to manage my risk. It's only 10 pips. All right, it's only 10 pips. So I can go in here with my 10 pips. I can understand what the risk is involved. All right, because I'm using my cashback Forex. And I can take the trade. All right, I can take the trade. So I'm just getting it ready right now. I'm feeling like I want to get into something. So, you know, I'm looking at it. It's something I am looking at. And I am looking at a very small time frame at the moment. Remember, the 5 minute is going to be a lot safer time frame in regards to doing anything. Okay, because look, have a look at the 5 minute structure. The 5 minute structure in here is this white line. So much safer if we wait for a break of that white line, a correction, and some sort of continuation. Safer, because it's a bigger Russian doll. Okay. However, if you manage your risk, safety is always in your hands because you're managing the risk. So this is a correction to me. We broke this minor structure indicated. This is a minor structure because the market is currently trading within this high and this low. This is my break of minor structure in here. This is an aggressive entry looking at an indication, correction, and a possible continuation. We put my alert in here. And the reason why I'm looking at it like that in that particular position, because of the bigger Russian doll structure, if we go to our 15 minute, that we're potentially at the top of this range. If we go to our hour, we're in the top of this blue range, at the top of this yellow consolidation, potential liquidity grab, all right? And if I go to my bigger 4 hour, potentially this market that broke outside of this range here, and we're in a premium of this bigger blue range, I'd like to see this market coming down here and trying to get down to this blue line. That's what I'd like to see. Now, if it doesn't, this item wants to start coming back up in here. There is some concerns. I am a little bit concerned about this imbalance over here, which would be at the 50% level of that range. Could decide it wants to come back up in here. Could do. Okay. However, I can't predict the future. I have to work with what I have, the information I have. And the information I have, I'm going to read and react. So right now, this market's pushed all the way back up in here, closing some imbalance, closing some additional imbalance. All this is imbalance. Let's see what it does. I haven't put no money in the markets. I've got no horse in the game yet. I'm watching to see what it does. Is this market going to come up here, close this imbalance and go, yep, that's enough, and start pushing down here? If it does that, I may even make this entry even more aggressive above this last high, because there's no reasons, in my opinion, it should come back up here, but safety will be above the swing high. Let me just stick with that. Safety will be above the swing high. It's Monday. If I was to take a trade, I want it to be a good trade. I don't need to be uber aggressive. But look, at the moment, it's a very deep retracement. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't care about everything I've just said, and it wants to actually break this structure and push up a little bit deeper. Maybe, baby. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little alert in here. Like I said, I've got no money in the game. I'm just crossing up, sorry, I'm crossing down. Yeah, I'm just going to wait and see what go on. I'm going to move these a bit, these alerts, because I like them to be before the fact. I don't like them to be, I want it to be before the fact. And the only thing we could have done to get an entry up here is we'd have to be smaller than 1 minute to see indication, correction, and continuation. I'm not willing to do that on GBP and ZD on a Monday. Okay. So I'm just watching this. Let me see what happens. If he pushes up here, cool, no problem. I just say, okay, we're still trading within this little blue range. It wants to do, maybe it wants to do more of a liquidity grab because 1 minute's very small. Maybe we want a nice, 5-minute or 15-minute liquidity grab out of this yellow box. It was a push up in it. And remember, have a look. Let's look left. It's the only way we get the information. Can we see any concerns to our left? Not necessarily on a 15-minute time frame, unless we're talking about all the way up in here. Some imbalance. If we go on an hour time frame, there's a little bit of imbalance that was in here. Look, between here and wherever he was. Yeah, so maybe that's really more, say, the one the market's interested in closing up. So I'll still be watching it because I'm looking at it on a larger time frame and seeing what's going on. So now I've done that box. We can see where we are in that box. Oh, what a coincidence. We've closed this imbalance. We're getting a little reaction right now. Yeah. Now, if I was wicked and bad, I could drop to a smaller time frame in seconds and do something mad in it. Take an entry like this. I could do. Yeah, I could take a mental entry. All right. But guys, what I'm going to say to you right now, it is 9:35. It is a Montag. All right. And I'm going to leave you guys to have an absolutely amazing day. Give it my calculator. To have an amazing, amazing day. All right. And yeah, I'm going to wish you a prosperous day. Yeah. If you are taking any trades, I want you to make sure that you are managing your risk down to a T. Make sure that you understand that everything you do carries risk and you're going to have to manage that risk. If you're not managing your risk the way you're supposed to, then you're not even trading. Okay. You're not even trading. You are gambling. All right. And you don't want to be a gambler. Okay. But guys, good morning. Good morning. God bless. If you guys want to reach out to me in the day, you know my number, hit me up. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube, I hope you appreciate the way I break down the markets. I try to break them down in a personable way, a way you can understand. I use metaphors and I use real life scenarios for you to understand these markets, taking it basic, understanding premium, discounts, overall market structure, price action, and how you can make decisions about what you should or shouldn't do in the markets based upon common sense and logic, understanding that fundamentals have an effect, and understanding the difference between structure of smaller time frames and larger time frames and the